What's up, YouTubers? Mike C here again. Here to give you a quick review on a brand new statue that I picked up this week. The Joker XM Studios Joker Rebirth 1/6 version. Nice little piece. Want to show it to y'all and see what you think. Alright, we're going to dive right into the portrait area. Portrait area, head looks great, sculpt looks great. They really nailed it, but this is my first piece from XM. They're kind of on the pricey side. That's kind of why I stayed away from these guys. I mean, everything in this field's on the pricey side, but these guys are known to charge over $1,000 for their quarter scales, and that's just way too much. But this one is a 6 scale version. I guess they're just starting to get into this field, but it's still not at a cheap price. I think this to my door was about 500 to the door, which is a little pricey for the size, but I was real curious about XM product, and I wanted to own one, and so I decided to purchase this when it went up for pre-order, and I had the opportunity to pre-order it. Because if you guys know anything about XM, it's not easy to get a hold of their statues. I mean, you can get them on the black market, eBay and stuff like that, but I believe there's only a few wholesalers within the states that you can purchase from. So you have to do your research on that. I got this from a company, I believe, in Colorado called GFX Distributors or something like that. But anyway, again, let's get back to it. The portrait looks great. His gun, he has this gas gun, it has ha-ha on it. Reason why I purchased this is like a real fun looking statue, kind of break up the my collection a little bit. But anything the Joker, Batman, Harley, those kind of things intrigue me, so I'm always looking at when they're releasing something new with these guys, even though I gotta watch my space, because it is, you know, it's very limited, especially when you live in Los Angeles and you pay high rent for small little boxes, and you basically get ripped off. But I was able to make it happen and turn my bedroom into my collection room, and moved my sleep out in the living room. I do it all for the collection, baby. Me and my wife, we sleep out in the living room just for the collection. But anyway, let's get back to the statue. Enough about that. The gun, it comes out in 3 pieces. The ha-ha clicks onto the back of this part of the gun. This gun is one piece. The hand connected to the gun. This is the one of the 2 things I've had a problem with this statue. The hands are not magnetized, and I had to push them into their socket right here, and if you can see some of the paint chipping in between, and it doesn't go all the way in, so I was kind of disappointed in that. On both sides you can kind of see it if you look closely. I was very disappointed that XM did this. I mean, I don't know, they're not going to fix it obviously, but maybe going forward they can kind of maybe magnetize the hands a little better. So I was really scared about pushing it in and breaking it, because that piece was kind of delicate, and the Joker's a very skinny character here, and yeah, I didn't want to damage it, so it's kind of sticking out a little bit, and that was definitely one of the problems I did not like with the statue. Now going down to the base a little bit, his body, it comes in, the head's separate, the body, the laughing gas, the gun and hands together, and then the base, and then you have these little key right there. That key is actually an important part of this figure. what happens is that key presses down the foot, and if you don't put it in, he actually looks like he was a defect. I was looking at it, he was like almost a centimeter up, and I was like, oh man, I got a defect. And then I realized that the key had to go in to push his foot down. Now his peg is right here in this foot, so it works out. Let's give you a back view of this bass. Bass is really cool. I dig the bass. Thought he was great. I got Ha-Ha. Picture of him in the back of the bass, like a concrete, and it's very sturdy. This comes off. I mean, this one I don't see any reason for it, but I guess it looks good, and they want it there for a reason, so I put it there. Now the button, I'll get to that a little bit later after I go through the rest of the bass. Let's give you a turn around here. Now the weight is really good. The weight is about maybe 3 pounds, 3 to 5 pounds. Very, very light, very light. It's not a big piece. I want to say maybe he's 17 inches, maybe 15. I don't even know, but and I'm not gonna measure it. I don't care. All I know is that he is not a space hog, and that's a good thing. Now inside the mouth, you got these little sayings, and then you got these little figures here. They come with a bunch of these little guys, some teeth and TNT, and they have about, I want to say about 7 or 8 of them, but I only took out 3 and put it around. I don't want a bunch of these all around. All right. Inside there you can see Ha-Ha-Ha and Boom. So I thought this was really kind of a fun statue. Okay, now the big problem I had with this, but I am not going to return it for it, is that the eyes light up, and I believe mine has a short in it, because when I put the batteries in, and the batteries are underneath the base, which is kind of a pain in the ass to get to, you got to turn it on, and I believe that red button in the back kind of gives it the power on what kind of positioning you want, if you want the eyes flickering or you want the eyes on, but it's just a pain in the neck to get to. So, and when I put it in, it wouldn't turn off. So when I had the batteries in, so I was like, I think I got a defect. And then I turned it off, took the batteries out, and then only one eye lit up, and it stayed lit up. So I was like, ah, shit. I'm not going to display it that way anyway with the lights on, and I don't care about it very much, because like I said, it's under the base to turn it on, and I don't plan on moving this around much other than cleaning. So I mean, these things that have lighting, you know, light ups and everything like that, if they're not easily accessed to, I'm really not going to turn them on much anyway. So I decided not to make any complaints about it. I'm kind of happy with the overall statue in general, and he goes right over in that corner with the rest of the stuff, the Joker right in front of Harley, and he fits in perfectly. So but anyway, that's basically it. Let me give you guys another 360 on this guy. So again, these kind of statues are kind of hard to get a hold of. I believe I'm starting to see these guys for sale on eBay, but like I said, it's XM Studios. I wanted to see what they were all about. First piece coming from them. And I like it, you know, it's just a little pricey. I mean, you know, $500 for this small thing is a little pricey, but their stuff is definitely quality. They do put a lot into it, but, you know, kind of disappointed in the hands and the flickering eye lights, a little short in there that I have, but not going to return it, not going to worry about it too much. All right, guys. Any questions, shoot me a message. Anything I can help you with, like I said, I answer my emails.